Cấm nhiều quá, coi chừng nó nóng nó bể giờ.
Recording in progress.
Hello,
Hi, Jenny. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, that's great. How was your day?
Pretty normal, but also frustrating.
And what did you do this morning? Did you make breakfast? What did you have for breakfast?
Noodles. I make them.
Ooh. You made it yourself?
Yeah.
And how did it taste?
Well, I don't like eating raw, eating just straight up noodles, so I tried something new. I heard that I saw people in Japan put raw egg in their ramen, so I did the same thing. It tastes normal, but also good.
It tastes good. Sounds yummy. And did you enjoy that?
Well, I did really, but the soup, well, it leaves a lot of soup behind, so yeah.
Oh, that's great. And tell me, what did you do this afternoon?
Well, I did my homework, then I watched television, I sleep, watched television, and did my homework.
And what did you watch on TV?
Well, I just watched YouTube.
Oh, you watch YouTube. And what did you watch on YouTube?
A YouTube that named Mandy Shows.
Okay. And was it funny?
Yes.
We like funny. So are you ready to have some fun with me today?
Yes.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about, do we still need libraries? So Jenny, do you still go to the library?
Well, actually, I never did.
Have you ever been to a library?
Well, I do have one in my school. Well, yeah, sure, but it was like not too small, but also not too big. It's kind of like a medium room for the libraries. But still, it's have a place that we can play chess though.
Oh, okay. And do you ever read books from the library?
I never, but my class have a shelf that's full of books, so we don't need one.
Okay, so your class already got a shelf with a lot of books. Okay, that's great. So, what will make the library in your town a more exciting place for children? Let's write down some ideas. Okay. So, what do you think? Tenny, what do you think? Let's think of 4 ideas. What would make the library in your town more exciting?
Well,
People want to go.
Well, I just wait. It's much more exciting just for kids, okay?
Okay.
So it's only in my opinion, and it just I just create that. It's not real. I just create. So I want the library to be outside. It's kind of like looking cozy and also kind of like normal at the same time, but also cozy. But in the inside, the floor is kind of like comfy, it's fluffy, and there's a small wood tables and a pillow so children can sit on and read their books. I want the walls to be, like exciting, colorful, and kind of make it pop,
Yeah, pop, I like that. Yeah.
The ceiling is gonna be like much more intense. Like sometime some of the children may love to go to the library in the afternoon, and I know that because it's a cozy way. And by that, the ceiling is gonna be, like, the line that's when we like put a button and we click on it, it's kind of like whoosh shine. Yeah. And
yes, and it just opens up.
Yeah, and we're gonna make a silly little line, like silly line, and then we're gonna put some clouds on it, like glue the cloud on it, and then do some more a little decorating just for the night or the afternoon, so it can glow in the dark.
Like stars, glowing stars.
Yeah, it's kind of like pop and exciting.
I like that. Jenny, you got so many great ideas. I wrote them all down. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ideas. That's amazing. And I believe that's going to make it a lot of fun. So let's quickly discuss the question. How often do you go to a public library?
Well, if I do go in a library, that would be high school. But high school, well, maybe some rare time or subjective time. Like sometimes I just want to have a quiet place, comfy place. So the library sounds just perfect. And gotta be a Thursday.
I agree with you. And tell me, why do people use the libraries? What do they use it actually for?
Well, they use it to do their homework. They can make an art project in the library. They can also read books, have a small little conversation, or playing chess.
Yeah, chess, because you need some quietness around you to play chess. Yeah. And do you think people use libraries to relax?
Yes.
And what about to do some research?
Yeah. Well,
right.
Yeah.
So you can do some research based on something that you need more information on. So tell me, Jenny, do you enjoy going to a library? I know you don't go often, but when you ever go to a library, do you enjoy going there?
Well, I really don't like it, but I also exactly not excited about it. Is so rare day is gonna be a comfy day to just go into a library. Like a happy little day that I can go to a library. And if it's a bad day, then no, that's be boring.
And what would be a bad day? Can you describe a bad day for me?
A bad day, it would be like today we got a lot of unlucky things like, like we spilled shoes on our clothes, and we have to ask another person that you can borrow their clothes. It's kind of like embarrassing at some point. And somehow, when the day that you have a big conversation to the whole class, like you standing on the board and you're saying things like it all going smoothly until until you walk slowly, then you just fall of nothing in
Okay.
front of you, in front of the whole class, then everyone laugh at you like a clown. Like that's humiliating.
Oh, and that's not nice for people to laugh at somebody that's fallen. That's all right. But you know what? It does happen, unfortunately. Okay, but Jenny, thank you for telling me that. So, do we still need libraries? Can you read this article for us on do we still need libraries?
Is library are big buildings with information. People go there to borrow books or find useful information. Students use library to find out more about their favorite subject. These days, however, many people think that we don't need libraries anymore. They say that internet can replace library. The internet helps us find large amount of information quickly. However, using the library takes much more time. First, we have to travel to the place. Second, we need to find those books we need. Sometimes they are missing or lost. On the other hand, we can use the internet 24 hours a day. You can also use it anywhere. Others disagree. They say that public libraries are great places to study in. In these places, everybody needs to be quiet. They help people to on their work. Studying at home is very difficult. This is because there's so many things to do, such as watching TV or eating snacks. Also, we need library because librarians can help us to find useful information. They teach us how to find correct information.
Well, Ray, that was really good. Now, based on that, let's quickly check. So, based on what you just read, what things do people borrow from libraries?
Well, many people just borrow books and things, but sometimes they can borrow other things like, you know, information and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. And why is it better to find information using the internet?
Because it's much more faster and useful to find in the internet. We can just say it and then it will just pop on and we just watch. That's it.
Yay! In seconds, absolutely. And why are public libraries great places to study in?
Because in there are a perfect place to rest and your brain can focus on one thing and you don't have to hear all the crazy voices around in your head.
Absolutely. And it's quiet. It's nice and peaceful. And why is it difficult to study at home? Why do you think that?
Because at home and at school, it's kind of weird way. At school, we are more concentrate on one thing that we need to, and but at home, it's just the information going out head, then go home, the information go out through the hole. And then you can do the crazy activity like go and play football, watching television, eat snacks, go swimming and all that stuff. But the one important thing is that our homework. We just ditch that.
Yeah. And don't you think that when you are at home, you get easily distracted?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So you can hear something or someone might be laughing and then you want to go and see what are they doing. Where in a library, you can be quiet and you can concentrate only on your work because everyone is quiet there. Nobody laughs loud and you don't hear lots of sounds and noises. And tell me, who can help us to find information in the library?
Well, sometimes many people find difficult to just see some information. Well, it's easy because they can just ask the librarians to help them about the information that they don't know and can hand them a book so they can learn more.
Yes. So tell me, I like the word you used there, the noun librarian. What is a librarian?
A librarian is the person who is working on the library. It is the people who are working on the library are very careful and quiet. They don't want to disturb anybody, and if they see one of or some people are trying difficult way to just saw a book that they really want to need, so it's easy for them to just step out and help.
Oh, excellent. That's really good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, before we're going to move on to the next part of vocabulary, we're going to watch a small clip on how life-changing libraries are to children. Are you ready to watch it?
I'm ready.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to just switch the screen.
I'm here at Dillington Community Primary School in Sheffield, one of the 6 life-changing libraries that we set up in 6 very different primary schools over across England. I'm going to be so excited to see the impact the life-changing library has had on the children, the teachers, the whole school community. Decades of research shows that a child who reads for pleasure is likely to be happier, healthier, to do better at school, to vote, all irrespective of the background where they come from. But how does a child learn to read for pleasure? In the library. The library is aware that magic happens, which is why I have made campaigning for libraries in primary schools at the heart of my laureateship. Library change lives. Literally changes lives. There is vast inequality in the current provision of primary school libraries. 1 in 8 primary schools has no library space. It doubles in schools with a higher proportion of children on free school meals. How can a child become a reader for pleasure if their parents or carers cannot afford books and their primary school has no library or that library is woefully insufficient? It's impossible. This is a crisis and we must act now. So over a year ago, I wrote to the Prime Minister to address this long-term underfunding and to invest in our children and our country's future, to invest in primary school libraries. To spotlight the 4 pillars of a gold standard school library: space, book provision, expertise, and whole school and community involvement. Class and I began working with 6 very different primary schools across England, building a bespoke, dedicated library stocked with more than 1,000 books, and supporting staff with training and mentoring from specialists at the Centre for Literacy Communication.
How does this library look like? Do you like this?
It's kind of like exciting in pop. It looks like an animation though. I kind of like it. A 3D. Like it's like the whole library is look like a 3D animation. Even they have a mushroom.
Yes, and look here, they even got the figurines and they got the toys. that is part of the book. How cool is that?
Everything
Okay,
just
so let's-
perfect though.
I know. Let's watch the rest to see how we can make a library.
On the School Library Association and Reading for Pleasure Limited to develop a culture of reading for pleasure in those schools. It has been incredible to see the impact of these 6 life-changing libraries on the schools, the staff, and the children.
That's pretty. So tell me, Jenny, do you think these kids have a lot of fun in the libraries?
Yes, look at their face.
I know, they are so happy. Okay, so now let's move on to our next part. I'm just going to quickly go back. So would you like your library to look like one of those libraries?
Yes.
And would you go more often to your library if it looked like that?
Well, of course.
Oh, me too. It looks so much fun and it looks like you can learn a lot of things there. So let's quickly check the vocabulary. Let's complete each sentence with one word from the box below. Okay, so you know how we do this. So we got the word borrow, concentrate, librarian, missing and replacing. So do you understand the meaning of the word borrow?
Yes.
And what about concentrate?
Well, I don't know.
To concentrate is when we focus on something, like I'm concentrating on my book. Okay, I'm reading a book. So it's to concentrate is not to think about other things, but only to concentrate on what I'm doing. Now it's to focus. Okay. If you say to someone, can you please stop talking? I need to concentrate on my work. Okay, so that's how we use the word concentrate. You know what a librarian? Do you know the word missing?
Yes,
Of course you know it. And replacing?
I do.
Fantastic. Now, can you do number 1 to 5 for us?
Is when you concentrate on something, you think carefully about it.
Yes, when you concentrate on something, there we go. So you think very carefully. Well done. Number 2.
Is ebooks are replacing paper books.
Fantastic. Number 3.
A librarian works with library books.
Well done. Number 4.
My family was worried when my dog was missing.
And number 5.
You should ask the owner before you borrow something.
Before you borrow something. Well done, Jenny. That was excellent. Okay, now, once again, are you ready for our opinion practice? We love this part. Okay, so we've got our supporting opinions and refuting opinions. But let's start with the supporting opinions. Once again, you are going to match number 1 to 4 with A, B, C, D, which is the supporting opinions. So can you do number 1 for us?
Number 1 is libraries are a great places to study in. Is
Because?
B, because they are quiet and have large desks.
I love large desks. What about number 2?
We don't need to go to the library. Is A, because they are often old or broken.
Right. What about number 3?
Library books are not that useful. Is D, because we can download ebooks.
Yes. And then the last one?
Is C, because we need library. Is C, because some people do not have the internet.
Oh, well done, Jenny. You got all of them correct. Okay, moving now to the refuting opinions. So we know what refuting opinions are. Once again, number 1 to 4, you are going to match it with the refuting opinions of A, B, C, and D. So can you start off with number 1?
Is library are not needed because Korea has a good internet service. Is A, I disagree. Some libraries some library are very loud, so people cannot concentrate on their work.
Okay, so let's put A there. Let's do number 2.
As libraries are the best to study in. Oh wait, that's wrong.
Okay, don't worry.
So it's supposed to be A.
So number 2 is A?
Yes.
Okay.
Is nobody uses library these days. Is
No. Take your time.
D is I disagree. People use library for many different purposes, such as having a meeting.
Okay.
It is much easier to read information on the internet. B, that is not true. Many people do not like using the internet.
Okay. And what about number 1 is then?
Is C, not really. Reading information on the computer is a difficult thing to do, and it is bad for our eyes.
There we go. Well done. I like how you eliminated the rest of them before you made the last decision. That was really good, Jenny. Well done. Okay, moving on to our opinion example. So let's read the opinions and answer the question. So can you read the supporting opinion for us?
As we no longer need public libraries, this is because they are a waste of time and money. If we need information, we can find it by using the internet. That would take less than a second. However, just traveling to the library takes more time. Sometimes we cannot find the information that we need. Second, many books in public libraries are old, so they cannot give us new information. This means that libraries are not useful anymore.
Okay, so that is the supporting opinion. However, let's look at the opposing opinion. Can you read the opposing opinion for us?
Is even today, we still need public libraries. First, public libraries are for everyone. Many people do not have enough money to use the internet or to buy books. By visiting libraries, they can read books and find useful information. Second, people can study easily in public libraries. When students stay at home, they play games or read comics books. However, in libraries, they spend most of the time studying. This is because there are fewer things to do.
There we go. So now we have the supporting and opposing opinion. Now, are you ready to, before we're going to do this, Jenny, we're going to watch one video, okay? One more video. What libraries do for kids? Okay, so just give me a second before we're going to do our debate, because we love debates. Okay, here we go.
Hello, boys and girls. Today, we are going to talk about libraries. The library is a place with a large collection of books. You can use them, but they are not for sale. Libraries started a long time ago. The first libraries had a collection of clay tablets. This is because people did not have paper back then. They had to write on clay using sharp sticks. Today, people use libraries all over the world. The library has more than just books. You will also see tables, chairs, and computers. People use them to read or watch videos. The library has lots of information. It may be hard to find what you're looking for. A librarian can help make things easier. If you can't find the book that you need, ask a librarian to help you. People go to the library to read, work, and relax. The library has special rules. People cannot make loud noises or eat food in the library. It is important to keep the library quiet and clean. If you want to borrow a book, the librarian can help you check it out. When you borrow a book, you take it home. But you have to bring it back to the library later. Find a local library in your community. What can you do there? Let us know in the comments below. Let's review. When you go to the library, you can read and borrow books, use computers, ask a librarian for help, you cannot make loud noises, eat or drink, keep the books that you borrowed. When you borrow a book, you take it home. But you have to bring it back to the library later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Okay, so now we know why our libraries are good. So Tini, you are going to decide, let me just show you this one. Okay. Circle the main idea in each opinion. Okay, so once again, we've got the supporting opinion and opposing opinion. So what is the main idea in the supporting opinion?
The main idea is we no longer need public libraries, and this is because they are a waste of time and money.
No longer need public libraries. It's a waste of time and money. Okay. Now that we have the main idea, okay, so we've got that one. Now, what is the supporting ideas of the opinion?
Supporting ideas is this is hard. As we can find it by using the internet.
Information.
By using the internet.
So when we give supporting, we need to give the reason. So now we always ask, what is the reason why we no longer need public libraries and why it's a waste of time and money? So now we need to give them reasons. So reason number one is we use the internet to find information. So that's the supporting idea. What is the next reason?
The next reason is that will take less than an hour.
Okay. So that is part of that one. Yes, so that is supporting that idea. But what about traveling?
It's just traveling to the library takes more time.
So traveling to library takes more time.
And
yes.
We cannot find the internet that we need in information.
Right. And what else?
As many books in public libraries are old, so it's not really give us new information.
Right, there we go. So it cannot give us new information. So those are our supporting, ideas that is supporting the main reason. Now we have to give. So can you give, for example, so we cannot find information we need, okay? So why can't we find the information we need?
It is because that walking to the library they have thousands and thousands of different books in each shelf. And what is difficult for us to find that one topic or theme that we really need, but we have to walk and look and just take it to the loop and it's just over and over again until you realize you just walk around the library just looking for information that is just turned into nothing.
Oh, and you waste a lot of time for searching that and you haven't found anything. Okay, that is a perfect example. And tell me, so when you want to find information by using the internet, so if we need information, we can find it by using the internet. Okay, so how can we find information by using the internet?
Well, it's easy because we can just click on the micro and just talk the theme and the topic that we really want in the information.
Absolutely. There we go. That was great, Jenny. Now, moving on to the next one. Okay, can you give us the main idea of the opposing opinion?
Is we still need public library. And libraries are for everyone.
Right. We still need public libraries. They are for everyone. Okay. That is the main idea. Now, let's underline the supporting idea. So what is telling us what is the reason why we still need public libraries and why is it for everyone? Can you give us the supporting ideas, opinions?
Is by visiting library, they can read books and find useful information.
Okay. So can you repeat that again?
Is by visiting libraries, they can read books and find useful information.
Can read books and find useful information. Okay. And the next one
is many people can study easily in public libraries.
And the reason?
And many people do not have enough money to use internet or to buy books, so visiting libraries is a point.
That is a really good reason. Okay. So now, can you think of examples that are supporting this idea? So in this text, it's telling us, so by visiting libraries, they can read books and find useful information. Okay. So how can they find this useful information?
Is because that not just that libraries are boring. Well, it's just the topic of that is to find more and more about one topic, just one topic in the library. And they have a bunch of it just for one topic. And we can learn many and many of it and just by one topic. Like if we want to learn about math, then that's easy because library have everything about math. If we want to know everything about history or Shakespeare or
Yes.
who made the first painting, then bam, history in the library have everything, and that's easy to learn.
Well done. Now tell me the second one. Why can people study easily in public libraries?
It is because that, well, people all know that it is difficult for them to find books, but it's really easy though. We can just ask the librarians to find it for us, and we can just open the books and we can read it, and then we can think what the meaning of this, and then we will understand it more easily because it have a lot.
And why do people prefer rather studying at the library than at home?
Because at home it have many activity to do at home, and it was kind of like difficult for us to just do homework at home because we can have so much thing to do and we can just ditch homework, and it's bad. While at libraries we can go and have some peace, nothing happen, just peace and quiet. We can just open our book and do our homework, and that's it.
That's great. Well done, Jenny. That was excellent. Okay, moving on to our last part. Okay, now discuss the questions. We still have public libraries in our will we still have libraries in 100 years? What do you think, Jenny?
Well, yes, but the AI version, because future is kind of bit too much future, just talking about future.
Do you think we would basically speak to a robot and then the robot maybe or a device will give us the information?
Yeah, but also that's kind of like so easy though because robot can teach us such an ease, It's like normal people teachers is kind of like complicated, long, and kind of like they talk so fast that our brain just kind of like malfunction at some point. But the AI or
malfunction,
yeah, and the AI or robots, you can say, it's kind of like they talk in a small sentence that we can easily know for a complicated question.
I like that. That is a good point, Karthik. And tell me, Jenny, the last question I want to know. Are libraries good places to study in?
Of course, we can concentrate it on our one topic more, then we can just graduate.
That was excellent. And tell me, do you prefer to study at home or do you prefer to study at public libraries?
Is at home. Just alone.
And why at home?
Because at home I can just close the door, close close the windows, and then just turn on the fan, and then open my book and just do it. It's like I don't like, many upon I just look at me. It just give me anxieties. So I just want to,
Many people.
I just want to be alone in my bedroom, and I just want to have peace and coolness.
Yes.
But also at the same time, I also done my homework pretty fast and easy at that point.
Because you can concentrate easily. Right. That was really good. So Jenny, tell me, did you have fun today?
Yes.
Me too. You did absolutely amazing. So for homework, you are going to choose one of these, okay?
Okay.
And you are going to role play a debate. I will send it to you on our chat. Okay. So Jenny, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, Jenny.
Goodbye. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.